Welcome to the Daily Bible for Kids podcast. The day is March the 8th. My name is Hunter, and we are reading through the Bible. Every day, kids from all around the world gather here to listen to these amazing stories from the Bible, from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. And today, we're in the book of Judges. The Israelites were in trouble again. This time, God would use Gideon to rescue them. What would Gideon think about the job God was giving him? Let's read about it. From Judges chapter 6. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight, so the Lord handed them over to the Midianites for 7 years. The Midianites were so cruel that the Israelites made hiding places for themselves in the mountains, caves, and strongholds. Whenever the Israelites planted their crops, marauders from Midian, Amalek, and the people of the east would attack Israel, camping in the land and destroying crops as far away as Gaza. They left the Israelites with nothing to eat, taking all the sheep, goats, cattle, and donkeys. These enemy hordes, coming with their livestock and tents, were as thick as locusts. They arrived on droves of camels, too numerous to count, and they stayed until the land was stripped bare. So Israel was reduced to starvation by the Midianites. Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord for help. When they cried out to the Lord because of Midian, the Lord sent a prophet to Israel. He said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I brought you up out of slavery in Egypt. I rescued you from the Egyptians and from all who oppressed you. I drove out your enemies and gave you their land. I told you, I am the Lord your God. You must not worship the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you now live. But you have not listened to me." Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ophrah, which belonged to Joash of the clan of Abiezer. Gideon, son of Joash, was threshing wheat at the bottom of the winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "Mighty hero, the Lord is with you." So Gideon replied, "If the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say, 'The Lord brought us up out of Egypt'? But now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites." Then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you." "But Lord," Gideon replied, "how can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh, and I am the least in my entire family." The Lord said to him, "I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man." Wow, what a moment. Why did God choose Gideon to save Israel? It wasn't because Gideon was strong or wise or even super obedient. Did you notice how Gideon doubted God? No, God chose Gideon because he was weak. Through Gideon, God could show the Israelites his power. The Israelites would know it was God, not Gideon, who delivered them from their enemies. Do you ever feel weak like Gideon? Well, don't worry. That's when God can work his best through you. Just ask him. This is what 2 Corinthians 12:9 says. Each time the Lord said, "My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ can work through me." So if you're feeling weak today, ask God to be your strength. Well, hey, we've done it again. We've spent another day in the Bible, and I plan on being back here again tomorrow to do the same. But before I let you go, I just want to remind you that we have this thing called Friday Friends, and that is where you, the listeners, you offer the reading for the day. That's right. We give you the scripture, and you record yourself reading it, and you send it to me, and you are the podcast for the day. And I love it. It's my favorite thing about this podcast. And if you would like to add your voice and be one of our Friday Friend readers, send me an email at hunter@dailyradiobible.com, and I'll give you all the information that you need. Well, hey, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I plan on being back here again tomorrow. Until then, let's go forward in God's joy. Let's let His joy be our strength, and let us always remember this, that you are loved. No doubt about it. Alrighty, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye-bye.